Perhaps the most epic thing you can do to your 17 to 19 Ford Super Duty is a facelift like this. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to install this all-new grille assembly, the all-new Morimoto XB headlights on the all-new core support, allowing you to upgrade the entire front end of this Super Duty. Follow me, let's get rolling. Let's first discuss the XBG, that's the grille. Now, as you can see here, it's got this beautiful gloss black grille. This is a replacement grille. It's not just some DRL bars you put in your original grille. This is the full shebang. And like I said, this is 2020 to 2022. So this is going to give your truck that facelift, bringing it into that modern era. Now, these bars are white, but you can also get this XBG with amber bars as well. So now this would be an amber bar here, and they're dual intensity. That means when you're driving around during the day, they're going to be extremely bright and you are going to stand out 100%. And when you turn your headlights on, they're going to dim down about 50%, so that way you're not blinding oncoming drivers at nighttime. Still stands out and it looks epic when you're driving down the streets. This is gloss black, and you don't have to paint it like the other grilles that you've seen from Morimoto. Right out of the box, you can put it on your vehicle and it's ready to go. But it does come with a chrome as well. So if you want to match the chrome bumper with your chrome grille, you sure can do that. But it's not even the whole package, because if you wanted to, if say you even got in an accident or you just wanted to make this truck look more modern, you can put those 2020 to 2022 Morimoto XB headlights on it as well. And these are guaranteed to match. So this DRL that goes on the outside of this XB headlight is going to be guaranteed match to this DRL right here. So it's just one big complete rectangular box on the front of your vehicle, and it looks epic. If you guys don't know what these headlights are, this is probably the world's brightest headlight for the Ford Super Duty. We're gonna do a shootout real soon just to prove that, because this thing uses 4 projectors, low beam and high beam. It has a sequential turn signal, but you can also use this as a standard blink turn signal as well, with a little connector on the back side. We showed that in another video, how to install it. These headlights also have that epic startup sequence, so every time you unlock your vehicle or you start your vehicle, you've got this beautiful chase feature, and it lets everybody know that you've got one epic facelifted 17 and 19 Super Duty. Now, let's talk about the core support, because the core support is what makes all of these new goodies work on your vehicle. The Morimoto core support is a direct replacement for your original core support. So when you take the front end off, you take the 2 headlights off, all you got is a few bolts holding on your original core support. Remove that, throw it away, and then just use the Morimoto core support. It is sold separately at headlightrevolution.com. I want to take a moment to talk about the money, because this obviously is a lot of products and it's pretty expensive to do a facelift on a Ford Super Duty. Generally it's about $5,000, $6,000, but you can do all this for around $2,200. There is this paid to trade program which pretty much allows you to send in your original lights. All you have to do is go to our website and type in your year, make, and model, and then type in what kind of headlights you have to see just how much money you can get back. This is probably the best deal you can do if you're going to do a facelift on your vehicle. Now, like I said, this is all plug and play. Everything you see here doesn't involve any cutting, any mess like that, any stripping of wiring and soldering. It is plug and play, and I'm gonna show you Morimoto's video now.
So let's get rolling and install. The first step is gonna be to pop the hood. Now we're gonna go to our grille cover and we're gonna remove our 14 plastic push clips holding in the top. Now just remove your grille cover. Set it off to the side. Now remove your 8 10mm bolts holding in the very top of the grille. Now that our grille is loose, we're gonna go and pull it out towards us to access the 4 clips on the very bottom holding it in. Now with the grille completely loose, if you have a certain trim, you would have a front camera up here, you would just disconnect it. If not, just take your grille up and set it off to the side. The next step is going to be to take out our headlights. We have 2 10mm bolts on the inside holding in the headlight, one on the top and one on the side above the bumper. Now with the bolts taken out of the headlight, go ahead and grab the top of it and pull it towards you and disconnect the wiring on the back. And now just do the same thing to the other side. Now we can start taking out our core support. We have 4 10mm bolts that we're going to take out first, and then we'll move on to the next steps. Now we're going to start taking out the horns. Step 1 is to pry the harness away from the core support. Now just unplug the harness from the horns. Now just take out the 10mm bolt holding in the horns. Pull your horn assembly out and set it to the side. Now we have 4 push clips on the very bottom of the core support on each side. Go ahead and pop those out. Locate your 2 13mm bolts on each side. Now the last step before we can take out the core support is to pop up these little push tabs. You have 1 on each side. Now that our core support's loose, we can go and pick it up and take it out of the front end. There is one thing that we have to transfer, and it's going to be this clip right here that holds in our horn support. Just take that off. Now with your new core support, locate the area where your previous clip went into and transfer it onto the new core support. Now reinsert your 4 13mm bolts with 2 on each side. With the plastic cover on the bottom, go ahead and reinsert the push clips. Now on the top side of the grill, you're going to reinsert your 4 10mm bolts. This kit also comes with all necessary hardware, so go ahead and find these metal push clips that look like this, and we're going to insert them on the top section of the grill. Now just insert the 2 metal clips at the very bottom of the grill. Now take your horn assembly and reinstall it into the new core support. Now just grab your horn harness and plug it back in. Now with the core support installed, we can start routing the wiring to put in the headlights and the grill. You're going to need a fuse tap regardless, but being that we're also doing the grill, you have to take out the top 10 amp fuse and replace it with a supplied 15 amp fuse. Let's show you how they're ran. Now locate the vehicle on the passenger side of the engine bay and go ahead and pop out the cover. With that popped out, you're going to locate fuse number 35 and take it out. Now with the supplied fuse tap, reinsert it into slot 35. Now with the fuse tap, go ahead and route it down. Now with the longer side of the fuse tap, go ahead and route it along to the front of the vehicle to the driver's side headlight. Now with the fuse tap harness ran, this would be a great time to go ahead and zip tie it. Grab it up and zip tie it along the front end of the vehicle and make sure it's not around anything that's hot or moving. Next up, we have the harness for the XBG or the XB Grille. It's going to go on the passenger side and it's going to plug into the original wiring from the vehicle. If your truck came equipped with OEM LED lights from the factory, you will need this one harness included in the kit. Now with the harness connected, go ahead and run it through the back side of the core support to the middle of the grill. Now this front end conversion is starting to come to life. Next step is take our XB headlights and get them installed. If your truck has OEM halogen headlights, the XBs are fully plug and play. If your truck came equipped with OEM LED headlights, you would need to use the harness that's provided in the kit. And then if your truck came equipped with OEM halogen headlights and you want to run OEM LED headlights, the harness will not work. Now with inserting the XB headlights, tuck the excess wiring to the back, put the bottom end first, and then snap the top end. Now just do the same thing to the other side. Now on the back of the original grill, we're going to take off the emblem to swap them over. You're going to take out these 3 10mm nuts. Hold some pressure on it to make sure the emblem doesn't fall. Just like that, our emblem is removed. Now we have our new XB grill in front of us. We're going to lay it down on the face and reinsert our emblem. Now before we insert the emblem, we have to install our emblem dampeners that are included in the kit. They just slide right over the studs like so. Now just go ahead and install your emblem to your new grill and reinsert your 3 10mm nuts. With tightening these, make sure not to overdo them as you can break off the studs. Now we have to reinstall the OEM clips into the new grill. They're going to go on the very bottom of the grill and they're going to snap into the core support when the grill is installed. Okay, now we're on to one of the last steps. We can go and turn the grill around and insert it onto the core support. Now plug the grill into the harness that we ran earlier. Now just go ahead and snap the grill back into place. Now insert the 10mm nut on each side that holds the grill to the headlights. Now insert the 6 10mm bolts holding in the grill to the grill support. And don't forget the two 10mm bolts at the bottom of the grille. And just insert your cover. Now we have the grille and headlights installed. The last step is to throw the grille cover in. We just have to put it on and reinsert our push clip.
So after watching that install, you can definitely tell it's plug and play, but not only that, it looks epic. When you're driving around, even during the day, people are gonna know that you have something wild in the front end of that vehicle. This is extremely bright, like I said, but it also is form-fitting, it's OEM plus. It looks like Ford should have done this from the factory. Guys, I've tested so many products for the Super Duty. We've got fog lights on our website, we've got turn signal bulbs and so much more, new tail lights. Go to headlightrevolution.com, type in your year, make, and model, and we'll show you guys everything that's tested for your vehicle.